Good morning. Welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Pearlie Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformations, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. So I'm super blessed and grateful that you are here for the read this morning. Drop me something that you're grateful for this morning in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, after the live, go ahead and drop me something that you're grateful for in the chat. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my life. Another day to serve in my purpose. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my spouse. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for my love for myself, my love for others, my love for humanity as a whole. I'm grateful for my love to nature. I'm grateful for the new moon being on my birthday tomorrow. I'm grateful for awareness of self. I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful for another day to do right what I did wrong yesterday. I'm grateful for understanding. I'm grateful for the choice of happiness, the choice of bliss, the power of choice. I'm just super grateful for the power of choice, knowing that I am in control. I am a creator. I'm a co-creator with the source. I'm not a victim of my circumstances. Just super grateful for that. Barb said, I am grateful for God. I am grateful for the Millionaire Book Club. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my children, my great-grandchildren. I'm grateful for being able to get up and move, and I'm grateful for the peace that I have within my soul. I'm grateful for what God is doing in my life, the doors that He is opening, the doors that He's shutting. I have gray for hallelujah, grateful. Yes. You got to close doors to open them, Barb. You always coming with the sauce. Yes. You have to let some doors close to open some new doors, and that's okay. We are growing. Stuff has to change. Stuff has to change because we are growing, right? If it's not changing, we're not growing probably. All right. So let's get the words started. Daily word. Get you comfy. Okay. And today is the 23rd. And the daily word for the day is illuminate, Wednesday, June 23rd. I am a glowing light of love and peace in the world. At the apex of the Prayer Vigil Chapel at Unity Village sits a cupola where a light continuously glows, a symbol of the light of prayer shining out to the world and the loving faith of all who sit beneath it, holding others in prayer. It also represents the light that shines within me, an unfailing source of illumination that guides me. I too let my light shine. I hold others in prayer and affirm their highest good. I greet people with a friendly hello or a smile. Together, we are radiating centers of light and love. I shine my light with every act of kindness and every breath of gratitude for the actions that bless me. As I let my light shine, I feel my connection with all the world. We are one in a family of divine love. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Isaiah 61. Okay, illuminate. So y'all know I love that. I'm y'all sister in love and in light. Right? In love and in light. That's so funny because, yesterday I told y'all, or last week, sometime this week, sometimes when I meditate, I'll just visualize my whole body like glowing, right? We are the light, right? We are stars. All right, let's pull a card. See what we need to be agreeing to today or not. What are we agreeing to or not? Oh, this the one. Flew right out at us. All right. Become a white magician. This is a be impeccable with your word. Okay? Be impeccable with your word. Become a white magician. All the magic you possess is based on your word. And you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can please someone, or you can release someone from a spell. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see what this one is. The next one. Always do your best. Take action without expecting a reward. Okay? Take action without expecting a reward. And this is a always do your best. Okay? That light. Okay, there y'all go. Take action without expecting a reward. Always do your best. Don't do the bare minimum. Do more. Do over. Do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action and you can even receive greater rewards than you imagined. Okay? So, yes, this book club. Am I expecting a reward? Absolutely not. I love this. I love getting up with y'all every morning. I love being the voice, the vessel that Source is using to spread this information to humanity, right? I like it. I love it. I want more of it every morning, right? All right, let's get the read started. Oh, yeah, really quick. So this book that we're reading right now, Awaken Imagination, will be ending that. This will be the new book. Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. He also has a podcast, y'all. I found his podcast is called Purpose. So if you want to get familiar with him a little bit before we read him, he has a YouTube page. He has that podcast, and it's really, really good. He talks to people about purpose, right? What we do, basically. These talks that we have, he just have them on a larger scale with larger people. Good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Crystal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, that's Purpose, Jay Shetty. Super excited to jump into his book, see what he all about. Wouldn't it be so awesome if I could get him on the Millionaire Book Club? I'm putting that out there, right? Universe. Let's get Jay Shetty. Let's have a conversation with him. Let's exchange some energy. I would love that. Okay. So let's get the read started. We are on chapter 6. And chapter 6 starts on page 171. It is called It Is Within. Okay. If I say something that resonates with you during the read, drop a MOC in the chat. MOC means moment of clarity. It's my way to connect with you, connect with the audience, and know that you're taking value. It's making sense to you. You're getting something from this read today. Okay. I like to think of MOCs as like light bulb moments. Okay. Like when something just blow you away. Like it makes so much sense in a way that you hadn't thought about it before, right? Until you were introduced to the moment of clarity. Okay, so let's go. Chapter 6, It Is Within. It is within. Rivers, mountains, cities, villages, all are human. And when you enter into their bosoms, you walk. In heavens and earths, as in your own bosom, you bear your heaven. And earth and all you behold, though it appears without, it is within. In your imagination, of which this world of mortality is but a shadow. Blake said that, Jerusalem, page 71, lines 15 through 9. Okay. The inner world was as real to Blake as the outer land of walking life. He looked upon his dreams and visions as the realities of the forms of nature. Blake reduced everything to the bedrock of his own consciousness. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Luke 17:21. The real man, the imaginative man, has invested the outer world with all of its properties. The apparent reality of the outer world, which is so hard to dissolve, is only proof of the absolute reality of the inner world of his own imagination. No man can come to me except the Father, which has sent me, draw him. I and my Father are one. John 6:44 and John 10:30. The world, which is described from observation, is a manifestation of the mental activity of the observer. When man discovers that his world is his own mental activity made visible, that no man can come unto him except he draws him, and that there is no one to change but himself, his own imaginative self, his first impulse is to reshape the world in the image of his ideal. But his ideal is not so easily incarnated. In that moment, when he ceases to conform to external discipline, he must impose upon himself a far more rigorous discipline. The self-discipline upon which the realization of his ideal depends. Imagination is not entirely untrammeled and free to move at will without any rules to constrain it. In fact, the contrary is true. Imagination travels according to habit. Imagination has choice, but it chooses according to habit. Awake or asleep, man's imagination is constrained to follow certain definite patterns. It is this benumbing influence of habit that man must change. If he does not, his dreams will fade under the paralysis of custom. Imagination, which is Christ in man, is not subject to the necessity to produce only that which is perfect and good. It exercises its absolute freedom from necessity by endowing the outer physical self with free will to choose to follow good or evil, order or disorder. Choose this day whom ye will serve. Joshua 24:15. But after the choice is made and accepted so that it forms the individual's habitual consciousness, then imagination manifests its infinite power and wisdom by molding the outer sensuous world of becoming in the image of the habitual inner speech and actions of the individual. To realize his ideal, man must first change the pattern which his imagination has followed. Habitual thought is indicative of character. The way to change the outer world is to make the inner speech and action match the outer speech and action of fulfilled desire. Our ideals are waiting to be incarnated, but unless we ourselves match our inner speech and action to the speech and action of fulfilled desire, they are incapable of birth. Inner speech and action are the channels of God's action. Good morning, sis. How are you? Inner speech. Look, she messed me up. The way to change. Inner speech and action match the outer speech and action of fulfilled desire. Our ideals are waiting to be incarnated, but unless we ourselves match our inner speech and action to the speech and action of fulfilled desire, they are incapable of birth. Inner speech and action are the channels of God's action. He cannot respond to our prayer unless these paths are offered. The outer behavior of man is mechanical. It is subject to the compulsion applied to it by the behavior of the inner self, and old habits of the inner self hang on till replaced by new ones. It is a peculiar property of the second or inner man that he gives to the outer self something similar to his own reality of being. Any change in the behavior of the inner self will result in corresponding outer changes. Okay? The mystic calls a change of consciousness death. Death to my old self, right? The mystic calls a change of consciousness death. By death, he means not the destruction of imagination and the state with which it was fused, but the dissolution of their union. Fusion is union rather than oneness. Thus, the conditions to which that union gave being vanish. I die daily, said Paul to the Corinthians. Blake said to his friend, there is nothing like death. Death is the best thing that can happen in life. But most people die so late and take such an unmerciful time in dying and changing, right? Changing. God knows their neighbors never see them rise from the dead, right? So it's people that have been doing stuff the same way for 20, 30, 40 years, right? And stuff is not going the way they want it to go, but they still stuck in their ways. This is what people will say, right? No. Be willing to shed the old one, the old you. Let that person die so you can birth the new person, your higher self, right? Let that person go. To the outer man of sense who knows nothing of the inner man of being, this is sheer nonsense, right? So to somebody who is not elevated mentally the way we have been elevated mentally, that probably sounds weird or crazy, right? To the outer man of sense who knows nothing of the inner man of being, this is sheer nonsense. But Blake made the above quite clear when he wrote in the year before he died, William Blake, one who is very much delighted with being in good company. Born 28 November 1757 in London and has died several times since. Right? When man has the sense of Christ as his imagination, he sees why Christ must die and rise again from the dead to save man. Why he must detach his imagination from his present state and match it to a higher concept of himself if he would rise above his present limitations and thereby save himself. Right? So just how he had to do that, we have to do that. We have to do that now to experience our heaven on earth, right? We have to be able to look past our present circumstances to be able to see, have vision for what we want and where we want to go and where we want to be, and then attached to those feelings, attached to that thought, fuse with it, right? Every single day. What did it say? Why he must detach his imagination from his present state and match it to a higher concept of himself, right? So that's what we are doing. Detaching from what is and evolving into something greater, something better, right? For the world, better for the world and for ourselves. Here's a lovely story of a mystical death, which was witnessed by a neighbor. Last week, writes the one who rose from the dead, a friend offered me her home in the mountains for the Christmas holidays as she thought she might go east. She said that she would let me know this week. We had a very pleasant conversation, and I mentioned you and your teaching in connection with the discussion of Dunn's Experiment with Time, which she had been reading. Her letter arrived Monday. As I picked it up, I had a sudden sense of depression. However, when I read it, she said I could have the house and told me where to get the keys. Instead of being cheerful, I still grew more depressed. So much so, I decided there must have been something between the lines which I was getting intuitively. I unfolded the letter and read the first page through, and as I turned to the second page, I noticed she had written a postscript on the back of the first sheet. It consisted of an extremely blunt and heavy-handed description of an unlovely trait in my character, which I had struggled for years to overcome, and for the past 2 years, I thought I had succeeded. Yet here it was again, described with clinical exactitude. I was stunned and desolated. I thought to myself, what is this letter trying to tell me? In the first place, she invited me to use her house as I have been seeing myself in some lovely home during the holidays. In the second place, nothing comes to me except I draw it. And thirdly, I have been hearing nothing but good news. So the obvious conclusion is that something in me corresponds to this letter, and no matter what it looks like, it is good news. I reread the letter, and as I did so, I asked, what is here for me to see? And then I saw. It started out after our conversation of last week. I feel I can tell you. And the rest of the page was as studded with words and wases as currants in a seed cake. A great feeling of elation swept over me. It was all in the past. The thing I had labored so long to correct was done. I suddenly realized that my friend was a witness to my resurrection. I whirled around the studio, chanting, it's all in the past. It is done. Thank you. It is done. I gathered all of my gratitude up in a big ball of light and shot it straight to you. And if you saw a flash of lightning Monday evening, shortly after 6 your time, that was it. Now, instead of writing a polite letter, because it is the correct thing to do, I can write giving sincere thanks for her frankness and thanking her for the loan of her house. Thank you so much for your teaching, which has made my beloved imagination truly my Savior. And now, if any man shall say unto her, lo, here is Christ, or there, she will believe it not. For she knows that the kingdom of God is within her, and that she herself must assume full responsibility for the incarnation of her ideal, and that nothing but death and resurrection will bring her to it. Okay? So this part right here makes me feel like, you know how people get angry with God? This takes that emotion and that feeling off of God directly, right? When you know that you are responsible for bringing whatever you want to pass, right? Yes, God is co-creating with you. God is supporting you, right? God is helping you, but God can't do it all for you. You have to do it for yourself, right? She knows that the kingdom of God is within her and that she herself must assume full responsibility for the incarnation or birth of her desires, her ideal, and that nothing but death, right? Changing, nothing but death and resurrection will bring her to it, right? There is only one reality, and that is Christ. Human imagination, the inheritance and final achievement of the whole of humanity. That we, speaking the truth in love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ. Ephesians 4:15. Okay, so that's it for today, y'all. Short and sweet. And I'm not going to go on because I want to have some stuff to read tomorrow. Like, I feel like I could finish this book today. We could probably finish. What y'all want to do? If y'all want to finish this book today and start the brand new book tomorrow on my birthday, drop a 111 in the chat. It's like about 4 or 5 more pages. These chapters are super short. Or we can call it quits right here and pick up tomorrow fresh. Cause I think I'm taking a 3-day weekend, y'all, birthday style. Just so y'all know, Friday we might not have a read. I don't know yet though. So what's up? I am open, free, and loving. That's the I am for the day. I am open, I am free, and I am loving. You want to wait, King? Look, Barb, like, no, keep going, keep going. All right, I need a tiebreaker. Oh, shit, Quincy. All right, we got to keep going. We got to keep going, Quincy. So this is the new book, y'all. Let me show y'all the new book. This is the book we're going to start tomorrow. So are y'all okay with us starting this book tomorrow, but then Friday we don't have a read? Are y'all okay with that? Or y'all, because so that's the other option. Like, we stop right here, we read tomorrow, we don't have a read Friday, but then we pick up Monday fresh with a new book. Or we finish this book, start this book tomorrow, and still no read Friday probably, and then Monday we start fresh. Yes, I won't get my book until Sunday. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So we'll wait. Let's wait because Crystal is waiting on her book. And it probably just makes sense. Let's not start it tomorrow and then not have a call Friday. It makes sense. So yeah, well, that's it then. That's it for today. That is it for today. What did y'all think about that? What was the chapter of this one? Creation. Oh, it is within, right? We know that. That's what we've been learning the whole time. It is within. Like, to change your outside circumstances, you have to change the inside circumstances, right? And you have to be willing to completely let the old you go. Let it die. It's not serving you. It's not positively serving you, right? Don't hold on to toxic, to something that's damaged. That's just like if you had weeds in your garden, right? If you had weeds in your garden, you don't just let them stay there. You pull them boys out, right? You have to be able to do the same thing with your character, right? With your traits. You got to be willing to pull the things out of yourself that's not right, that's not working, that's not cohesive with who you are becoming and what you are building, right? Yeah, it's simple at this point. I feel like it's really simple. Like, we got the skills. This book really gave us a lot of tools to tap into the spiritual side of success and really do it, right? Through our imagination, through going to sleep every single night, not going to sleep physically where we are, going to sleep where we want to be in our mind, right? Priming up our subconscious before bed. Imagining ourselves in a totally different space, in a totally different place, not allowing physical things to limit our beliefs or our dreams, right? What would you be doing if nothing was cut off to you, right? If everything was unlimited to you, what would you be doing? How would you be thinking? How would you be feeling? How would you be moving? Would you be nice? Would you be kind to everybody? Would you be just in a happy state of bliss all the time? Assume that feeling now, right? Assume that feeling now, and it'll manifest quicker outside. If you can do it within, you can do it without. So that was basically that chapter. It is within, right? So yeah, that's it. We're gonna pick up tomorrow. We're gonna finish this book tomorrow, okay? No read on Friday. I'm going to Chicago, y'all. So no read on Friday. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday, have fun. I'm going to plant me a seed tomorrow. I'm super excited. I am going to plant a seed on my birthday, and I just want to see how it grows over the year, right? Like, tend to this thing. I'm going to go visit my grandparents in the cemetery. Connecting with my ancestors. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just super excited. I'm so excited really because last year, this whole journey that I'm on started basically in April. Thank you, Barb. And on my birthday is when I got really serious last year, like serious with my morning routine, serious with getting up every single morning and listening to Mornings with Nano and learning, serious with just changing, right? Becoming a better person. And now a whole year has passed. So I feel blessed. I feel excited. I feel grateful to still be in this mind space, right? It's a lot. I've been hearing a lot of people say right now we are under spiritual warfare right now. Like, it's a lot of things testing people who are choosing to live differently than the masses, right? Choosing to be optimistic instead of pessimistic, choosing to lead with love and light and not fear, right? So we are being attacked, we are being just tested, and that's okay. That's okay, because the vision has to be tested for authenticity, right? And so that's how I know that this journey that I'm on is not something that's going to stop. This is my new lifestyle, right? I love it here. I love it here. I love being in control of my mind. I love being in control of my emotions. I love taking accountability for myself, being number one, aware enough, open enough, and responsible enough to forgive myself when I've done something wrong, to extend that same grace to other people, right? And do it genuinely, not conditionally, very unconditionally, like to really know that everybody, people, we all are on a journey of self mastery, self discovery, and it's not an easy one, right? So to hold somebody to a level of perfection that doesn't exist is weird, right? It's so weird. But a lot of times, before you start learning about yourself and learning about the mind and learning about these things, you do want people to be perfect for you, right? You want them to do exactly what you want them to do in the ways you want them to do it. And it's not like that. It'll never, ever, ever be like that. So that's it, y'all. That is so it. We learning to love ourselves. Yes, like truly, truly, truly love yourself. And yeah, that's what I mean. That relationship with self. You know, when you have a relationship with yourself, it's just like being in a relationship with anybody else, right? You want to do what you say you're gonna do, right? If I say that I'm going to work out for the next 4 days, because I know that that's the good thing to do for me, right? That's going to make me feel good. It's going to make me look good. Like, you're not gonna just quit on yourself. You're not. You hold yourself to a higher esteem, a higher regard, right? This is like missing a date with the president. Well, maybe not our president, but like missing a date with somebody of that level, right? It's just different. It's very different. And I'm grateful, y'all. I'm grateful to be able, like I said, to be the voice to like expose everybody to this information while at the same time exposing myself and learning. It feels amazing. I'm grateful for you, Crystal. Crystal said, I am grateful for you. God is awesome when he made you. God is awesome when he made you. Okay. God is awesome when he made us all. We are all unique and special. I'm just grateful that we all are energy attracted to each other, and you know, we feeding off each other. We fuel each other. Y'all don't know. Y'all fuel me every single morning. Every single morning when I know that my people gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many it is. That makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like my purpose is working, right? This is my purpose. I definitely feel like this is my purpose, to spread this information to the masses, to raise the vibration and the frequency of humanity. And y'all help me do that every single morning. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that y'all are having breakthroughs. Y'all are seeing the growth within yourselves, right? Like y'all actually seeing it. Y'all seeing yourselves happier and more loving and more joyful and just more optimistic and in control. And that's basically all it's about. That's all it's about. And once you get firm on it, start helping the next person. Start helping somebody else. Grow. Grow into the highest and best version of themselves. I'll be late, but I am coming. I don't feel right not being here. You're so funny, Crystal. That's okay. I'll be late sometimes too, right? And that's okay, because what is time? Things I must experience, right? As long as we there, that's all that matters. So I'm in this here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I am grateful that you are grateful and that God has placed you and you're being obedient. Yes, yes, Queen, definitely being obedient. And really, I changed my whole life. Like, y'all, I was in the box heavy. I was in the freaking box, and I was doing it in the box though. Like, I was doing well inside the box, but I didn't want that no more. Like, I don't want to do what everybody else does. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be compared to everybody else. And right now, I'm in a box of my own, right? You can't really compare me to a lot of people. It's not too many people that I know that get up every single morning and hold a freaking book club, right? And for same thing for y'all in a box of y'all own. It's not too many people that will be disciplined enough to get up every single morning and know that you are doing something good for yourself, right? Feeding God, your mind, right? That's what this book taught us. The imagination, feeding that God within you every day. It's good. It's good. So, yes, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna get off of here. I am your sister in love. I am your sister in light. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, please go ahead and subscribe. It's I Coach Wealth. Next book Monday. So we're gonna go back to Insta, right? We're gonna go back to Insta, see who we can recruit to the team from Insta. And not even recruit, but see who we can expose to this information. See who needs it, right? We don't know who needs to hear this. So I just want to switch the platform again, give other people on a different platform a chance to navigate to us and grow our family, right? And so, yeah, that's it. Y'all have a super fantastic day. Protect your energy, protect your peace. I'm your sister in love. I'm your sister in light. I love y'all so much. And I'm so excited to share my birthday with y'all tomorrow morning for our final read of our 8th book. Okay. So have a super, super great day. And I'll see y'all in the morning. All right. See you. Lindsay, if that's you watching, how you doing, Queen? I hope you have a great day. I don't know who watching, but I think it's Lindsay. All right. But I'm going to end this and I'll be back with y'all in the morning.